When you're in the Ashlands, did you have a favorite weapon that you like to use?
Yeah, I like the Berserker axes, and
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, I like the what do we call them now?
Hey everybody, this video is sponsored by Gportal. Save 10% on a gaming server with my link, jirocktheviking.com/Gportal.
What do we call them now? Not the blood axes, but the primal Berserker axes.
Oh.
But it's because we did have some variants of that before release that were different, so they were actually a little bit better before we released them. I would say.
Oh, they were a little overpowered before.
Yeah, they
release?
were. So we had to.
So the primal axes are the one that trap creatures, right?
No. Well, oh no, sorry, not the primal. The blood. What are they called even?
Okay.
They were called like blood, nature, and lightning for most of the part, and then we ended up giving them more unique names, like yeah, connected to what they are, but not as the samey. So yeah, the blood axes.
Got it.
But yeah, I've always been an axe and spear player in Valheim, and I think like it's always so convenient to just how like you have your axe, you can also chop trees. You don't have to have multiple weapons.
No, I remember you said that when we interviewed you before that you really liked the axe because of its utility, but before it was always too slow. And I actually thought of you when these axes dropped. I was like, oh.
Yep.
They got the speed boost. I wonder who was behind that.
Well, actually, I'm gonna blame Robin. I think Robin is the one who spearheaded those and one of them. But I'm definitely sitting in the back, like, yep, I really want these. So I'm very happy for them.
Well, so many players may not know that there's something really new to the weapon system in the Ashlands, and that's the fact that you can sort of enchant them with 3 different abilities, and that's blood, a storm, and a nature effect. And you're specifically saying that you really enjoy the blood effect. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did. We changed it like in the end, but I did. But I also, I mean, I think all the effects are nice. I mean, I really enjoy the chain lightning as well. I had a lot of fun making it because like you tweak it a little bit too much, and then all of a sudden it'll just explode like every single enemy, and it just bounces forever, and then the game crashes or like you lose all the FPS. So yeah, it was fun also making them. And one thing about those is that I think we've had some feedback where people are like, oh, they're not strong enough, and they see them as like they're supposed to be this huge upgrade, whereas that was never really the thought. Like they're more of a like play style, like flavor or spice to your weapon rather than being like this is going to be the next big thing. So hopefully people will catch up to that eventually and think that, I mean, it's still something new and something that gives you a choice rather than just being like, oh, it's always just going to be better.
Yeah, I'm curious. How did the blood axes change based on what you were playing with versus what they are now? Because I did have someone in my group try to go with the blood axes, and they were really frustrated with how it was playing out.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit. They're not as overpowered anymore. Maybe even a bit weak compared to the others. In the beginning, like we had some different ideas where they were like damage return or stamina return, or even things where like you would, if you kill something with them, they would explode in blood, and if you collect that blood, you would get like HP back and stuff like that. So yeah, we had some different ideas, but
oh my.
But I don't know. It's like there's always a lot of good ideas, but you have to test it out and see what works, and also like balance wise, so you're not shooting yourself in the foot down the road where something will always be too overpowered if it like scales too well, or if you can like cheese it in some way, and also just it has to feel like Valheim. It shouldn't feel like too over the top, too like everything is magical, like Christmas lights everywhere. Yeah.
Can you explain real quick for those who might not know what exactly each of those enchants are? The blood, the storm, and the nature. What do each of those effects do now? What did you? I mean, obviously you said there's some iterations, and what did you land on? What do they do now with this current release?
Yeah, I need to make sure that I'm I'm
You
saying
might be
this
thinking of
correctly.
an earlier version,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But I mean, the nature or the primal, they add a root effect. So you're actually like all of them. Well, okay. So nature, there's a chance every hit that you will root your opponent, that they will be stuck in place and you can run away, which is useful in a lot of ways, like crowd control, and it can be really useful in some ways, quite overpowered actually. But it's strong, and then you have storm, which is basically a chain lightning where you can get the extra lightning damage, which will bounce between enemies, and then blood, which will increase the damage according to your how much HP you're lost. So if you have like 1 HP, you'll be doing a lot more damage. If you have 50% HP, then you'll be doing quite a bit more damage. If you have 100%, then you'll just do the normal amount. So it's kind of like a risk reward thing. But it's also really hard to balance the last one there, because if you make it too strong, it's always just going to be the best weapon in the game, because people run around with 10 HP and just be like one shotting stuff. But if you make it too weak, then nobody wants to use it. So yeah, it's somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, when the PTB first hit, I posted some things on YouTube about Ashlands, and in the comments I noticed most of the comments saying, lightning's the best one. I'm only going to use lightning. Right now, do you agree that it's the best one, or can you convince some of the people out there why some of the other ones might be good as well?
I think it's just like that's an internet effect. Like somebody says it's the best one, and a lot of people just be like, "Okay, good." Then I don't have to make my own choice.
Yeah.
And also, like somebody will show some numbers and show this is the best one, and it'll be the best one, like on paper, until somebody else picks up a different one and shows, "Yeah, but if we use this other one in this way, it's actually going to be better." So I don't feel that. I feel that they are pretty balanced. Like I'm sure somebody would disagree with me, but I think that for different situations and like making it situational, definitely in certain situations one will be better than the other one. But that's just interesting then, because then you could actually use all of them in different situations.
Which leads to more inventory challenges.
Yeah, everybody loves the inventory side, right?